3,
Should
2.
start the stream.
We're good.
Welcome back, everybody, back to Bloodlords, session 38, I think I heard.
Yes.
Woo! 38 sessions in and just swinging into the final book. Lots been happening in the nation of Geb. It seems that your task will be coming to fruition. You have been trying to get hard evidence of Kemnebi's association with the production of the Shadow Ash and the attempted murder and undeadifying of the people that Geb is selling foodstuffs to. You all have made your way down into the place where the defenses of Yeled are supposed to be powered, and found an extremely powerful creature that has been chained here to power up the defenses of this city-state from incursion from the north and from Nex, stepped out from the shadows and has inquired what you are doing here. And Brokor has just realized it is his missing. Please don't hurt the creature, she says. She steps forward. It doesn't know what it's doing. It's out of its mind.
Well, considering that when Fleda beseeched it to do something, and it changed targets, I am inclined to believe that it has more of its mental faculties than you think it does.
It can be reasoned with. It's an incredibly powerful creature, born of void and the netherworld. They use it to siphon power for the defenses of Yeled, but lately that has not been its purpose. She seems uncomfortable talking about this, but stands resolutely. Why are you here? Why have you fought your way to this chamber and destroyed the Guardians?
Evidence. Evidence of Kemnebi's involvement in the procurement of Shadow Ash.
She sets her jaw. Then the secret is out.
Well, it hasn't been a secret for a while.
She takes a deep breath and folds her fingers together, almost like a nervous habit. And she says, I'd known about the goings-on for some time, but didn't know who to tell. I suppose that will make me complicit.
Unfortunately, off with her head.
No, do not.
Oh, I thought you didn't care anymore, Brokor. How touching.
How many times do I have to tell you people?
As many as it takes, plus one.
If it makes you feel any better, it was not my fault. I am somewhat of a prisoner here, just like this poor creature.
Shokin's gonna kind of place his hand on Brokor's shoulder. I think it's time to get reacquainted, and he kind of shoves him forward towards her.
She looks very confused.
Does anyone
said
here
you're
have
a prisoner?
any?
Yes. They convinced me, given my expertise in matters of the Netherrealm. I'd spent some time there, not a lot, in my youth, but it was more experience than any of them had in dealing with such a creature and trying to figure out ways to refine it into the product that you refer to as Shadow Ash. I didn't know at first, but when I found out, I tried to refuse. That is when they took my daughter away and said that as long as I am able to help them, she would be taken care of.
So it was them that took her.
I'm so sorry. Who are you?
It has been quite a while.
Have we met?
That's one way of putting it, considering we had a child together.
Hey, I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Everybody turns and looks at Brokor, then turns and looks at her.
My God, he's engaging with the story.
I told you. My very much alive wife.
She blinks several times. My
But does it
husband
count?
is dead.
Does it count if she thinks you're dead?
Was not dead. I was betrayed by your sponsor.
Well, that's not the question I'm asking, Brokor.
She doesn't
Councilor?
think I'm dead anymore, Calcitor.
Her legs shake, and she
just,
sort of stumbles sideways towards Medulla.
She just said her husband was dead.
And I am right here,
The-
Calcitor.
Shogun's gonna look towards Nessa. Your husband is very much alive. He is right here.
Oh, come on. Surely we can stir the pot a little bit more before giving in.
No.
She looks around all of you, and weirdly, her eyes like settle on Winfletta. What is Winfletta doing right now?
Now, do you really mean Winfletta?
Yes, I actually mean Winfletta.
Throw the one there,
You know,
Mistress Medulla.
Brokor's
Throw
other
the one.
wife.
We had
Oh,
to
there
ask.
she is.
When Fletta's fussing with the vial around her neck nervously, already knowing that she's going to win, she's going to lose this battle.
No. Hold on to that vain confidence.
I don't. My husband was gone for so long. Daughter is no longer with me. You'll forgive me if I'm skeptical. You don't look
This
the way that
is-
I remember.
Well, it has been, 6 years?
She nods. I wish I could say that I was the same person too. But alas, I am not. And apparently now I am a complicit traitor to Geb.
Well, that's how Calcitor sees it, but Calcitor sees everyone as a complicit traitor to Geb.
I don't see everyone as a complicit traitor.
I don't know. I think that was kind of on the nose. Well, what?
Your actions were not of your own volition. You were coerced into this.
Above board, I mean, not entirely true. The actions were, she was, like, coerced, yes, but, like, she did do it. It's not like she had lost her agency.
What I meant by that is like she was kind of forced into it with threats
Yeah,
against her
I mean,
daughter.
I understand, yeah. I'm simply saying, don't try to play it like she was out of her mind or anything like that, no?
Oh no! I was using the fact that they were using her child as leverage to have her fall in line.
And do you know where she is?
We have...
No, we've skipped all of those quest points.
Well, actually, no.
We do.
Gyasi has the answer.
We
yeah.
have an answer.
Yeah, Gyasi knows. She mentioned that she said she'd have that for you.
We have
Well-
a way of finding.
She looks up at Cow Tutor again. So, am I under arrest?
Probably.
Right.
Just, we need to get somebody else down here to work with this poor creature. I'm the only expert that they have, and it is so severely weakened from being repeatedly killed over and over again.
Is there a way for us to return it back to the shadow plane?
And if not, is there a way for us to permanently stop it?
If you were to return it to the Shadow Plane, Yeled's bone wall would be useless. They use this creature as a conduit to power up the defenses of the city. That was its entire purpose. It's simply been co-opted.
Oh, well. That's annoying.
With that,
Would
you
you know
notice that the large creature seems to move and shift its weight, the sound of the chains dragging over the stone, as if it's trying to stand up, but it falls forward once more and lets out a really pitiful shriek. There are no words, but it's full of powerful emotion. You notice that its right eye seems to be sparkling, almost as if it's gathering with tears. And that is when the creature lowers its head, reaches up its right leg, and gouges its own eye out. And it slams to the ground like solid stone and rolls to a stop. The creature sags down once more.
Well, that was
when
bizarre.
Fleda's gonna go over and look at the fallen eye. Hold on
Looking at it, it is looks like it has a sheen of moisture on it, reflecting the light of the room. But the more you look at it, it doesn't seem to be reflecting the light of the room. It seems to be reflecting something that is not room.
She'll lay a slender hand on its beak and look back at everyone and say, "We have to find some way to set it free."
No. No, it's a part of the city's defenses. In all honesty, it'll probably just be better if we stop killing it repeatedly and actually put some competent individuals down here as guards.
Nessa will shift from side to side. It is a prisoner here.
So?
Is there any other way we can power the city's defenses?
I was hired to be an expert on this creature, not on the defenses of Giled.
I have a question then. If people stop, I don't know, harvesting it for the ash when it is destroyed, will it eventually regain its strength?
She nods. I believe so. It's
Then-
fed from micro tears that go between our plane and the netherworld. The energy's there and supplemented with crystals harvested from the void feed it.
Then I see no reason why we do anything else with it.
Will it ever
When
be
Fleda,
happy in
yeah,
chains
you
like
are
this?
you are sensing a great pain in this creature.
I wonder if I'd have any way to converse with it. I don't think it can speak, but
There is
think
the
it
eye
understands
that it
fine.
dropped on the ground that seems to be reflecting
Yeah.
something that's not in this room.
If I pick that up and what's in the image specifically?
Ah, now we've gotten to the heart of it. You start to look at the reflections and realize they are not reflections at all. It seems like there's a vignette playing out inside of this eye, almost like a small crystal ball or a scrying sensor. And in the interior, you see two individuals. One of them is the skeletal giant that you fought 2 rooms back. The other is Chancellor Kemnebi, and they seem to be speaking to each
I don't think I can hear what they say though, unless it has audio.
unless it has audio. Well,
Yes,
you
Mr.
sort of
Scoreboard,
lean
can I
in.
read our lips?
Oh!
Oh yeah, you can.
Perfection.
Yeah, I'll show it to Scoble.
Gobald, you step up.
Yes.
While that's going on, I'm going to walk up to the bird.
What do you mean, wow,
And I'm
that's
wa-
going on? This is like, what's going on? Give me a second. You
I
go
was
up to the
gonna-
bird. Go ahead, go ahead.
I cast Soothe on the bird. It's the last one I have, so.
It feels better. Skobald, you begin to recite what these figures are saying. I, of course, will present them in their original voices. The giant seems to be listening as Kemnebi begins to speak. So, Kilgan, the only way to gain this reagent is by destroying the bound one with positive energy? The giant nods. The Chancellor seems to look straight out of the eye at those that are watching. And when the creature is reborn, process can be repeated indefinitely. Yes, Chancellor. But there is one problem. Each time the Darvaka is destroyed and reborn, a bit of the creature's energy is siphoned away. When the Chancellor does not seem to reply, the giant continues, less and less power will go to the defenses of Yeled, my lord. Yes, I am aware, says the vampire. A fire lights his eyes as he looks up at the lich in front of him, who takes an involuntary step back at the intensity of the Chancellor. And I do not care whatsoever about this city. The Shadow Ash is the key to my plans. With it, we will raise our own army of the dead from every nation that Geb feeds. It will be an army, my army, with a size never before seen anywhere in Goleria. If this city's defenses need to be sacrificed, so be it. That is a small price to pay for victory. He looks back up straight at you, Winfleta, like seems to be looking through the eye at you. Prepare the creature. We will do its destruction for the first time tonight as a test case. Yes, my lord. And the scene repeats.
Well, no information about how to actually free the creature from its bondage, although I would like to ask it somehow if it would like to be free. I don't know how.
How would you try?
I could always try message.
Okay.
It would be able to respond to me, but if it can't speak, you know what? I'll just try it.
Okay.
Because it's subtle, so it's not like my
Skobald
partner
is
will be able to tell what
still
I'm doing.
repeating the scene from the top and saying it again.
I'll just lay my hand on the creature's beak.
Oh,
and
Skobald's just going to keep talking.
cast message and say, how do you feel about being used to power the defenses of Yeled? How did you come here? And what would you like your fate to be? Your fate should be in your hands, not anyone else's. So say, Nadiri.
Intense emotions pour into your mind. Anger, fear, hurt, betrayal, surprise, mostly longing.
And I'll ask, if I don't think the chains could be broken. Their magic is far beyond anything that I'm capable of interfacing with. Is there a way to kill you? To set you free?
That's an excellent question. Let me check. It's a superb question.
Yes, I'm aware. And I do not care whatsoever about this city. Executing my plans. With it, we can raise an army of the dead with the very nations Geb feeds.
I feel like he's
You wrote
just...
down the end of it just to repeat
It
it.
shall be an army. My army. With the size never before seen anywhere in Galicia.
I feel like he's just been silently repeating it this entire
I
time.
love that no one's gonna stop him. Everyone, he's just
You can stop now, Skullbold.
So, Togas, the only way we can gain this religion is by destroying.
I hate to say it, I do not know. I'm looking through the stat block. Actually, no, I take it back. I'm going to say it can only be killed once per day. If you kill it a second time, it is destroyed.
Masters, Geb are not going to be happy of this video.
No,
Hayden, I
but
would-
it is irrefutable evidence that Cam Nebi is the villain that we have been claiming him to be.
It does seem like you now have hard evidence.
And
Hayden,
this does stop the production of the Shadow Ash. So
what's-
we have both found the answers we need and completed Geb's task.
What's that, Shokin?
I would just have a clarification question.
Okay.
For the spell teleport, is there a size restriction?
No, I think it's a creature restrict.
Because it's a willing creature.
Yes.
A second note. Examining the chains, do I notice any sort of magic related to planar binding?
Give me a anybody who wants to investigating these chains. Give me a blind arcana, occultism, nature, or religion. But Nissa would step towards Brokor, say, "So, how have you been? You look good."
It's been a long 6 years, and I want nothing more than to just go home with the two of you.
They took her from me. I tried not to. Tried so hard.
I'm aware. We have a way of finding where she is, so we can get her back.
She nods. I wish things had been different.
So do I.
Shokin and Medulla, the two of you investigating these chains come to the conclusion that you are looking at, 10th rank artifact level magic, and you are aware that any attempt to break them requires a will save, or the damage is simply dealt to the person who strikes these chains. Second of all, any attempt to do it magically is subject to a 10th rank counteract on any magical ability trying to target these chains. Thirdly, anybody trying to teleport or otherwise use some sort of teleportation effect on the creature bound by the chains is targeted by the same 10th rank counteract.
Okay, that answers my next question.
So theoretically possible, but not likely.
Yeah. Considering I can only go up to 9th rank spell, so it'd be an automatic success.
Even on it, it would have to be a critical failure to counteract in order for your effect to work.
Yeah.
Which is possible, but not likely.
Yeah, but it's slim.
That is the information that you get from the chains. When Fleda, you're still there, sort of petting the bird's beak. What are Medulla's thoughts on all of the goings on here?
I was wanting to see if there's a way we could free it as well.
Seems like there are two interested, though it would leave Yeled defenseless. Well, I mean, it has like a small army and a small force, but the wall's defenses, where all of the walls would animate and defend the city, is a primary defense.
I can provide additional support to Yeled.
In what way, says Nissa?
I don't think the support that you can provide, Shokin, is...
They can be trained.
Shokin lays a hand on the wall. I support you.
Good one.
They can be trained to fight.
But that seems entirely unnecessary. The city already has a significant defensive fortification backed by significant magical power.
Masters, given the complexity and power of these chains, possibly Gab put these here himself.
I kind of thumb, like, in Scobold's direction with a raised eyebrow, like,
We could make the trek back to Mekitar and plead with Geb to release the creature.
We
Why?
could also destroy the chains to free the creature and say Ken never did it.
Although, first things first, I'd say take care of Kemnebi first, and as we gain power, come back to this later.
I,
The only issue is, Medulla, we don't know where to find Kanebi.
But you know who might.
Gabnabi.
We don't know how long
Geb
it'll
Nebi.
take. We don't know how long it'll take for him to regenerate, nor that he would be willing to work with us after us destroying him already.
And you don't know if he's been destroyed today or not. Sure.
The Lich?
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the bird. Just kidding.
No,
Oh.
I was talking about the Lich.
Well, it is up to you. Nissa is asking all sorts of. Nissa is going to fill in on some of the backstory, Brokor, that they had, after you had left, they had eventually took up residence in the cheaper suburbs. Bless
Bless
you.
her.
In the cheaper suburbs of that the city by the
Sallow Shore?
Sallow Shore, that's what it was, until eventually they were priced out there too, as Sani, Bride of the Sea, kept had a lot of property and had inns with the ruling council there because she was the law, and eventually was pricing people out. So they moved again to Yeled. That is when they found out that her skill set with these kinds of creatures was useful, and they brought her down here. When she found out that Kemnebi had taken over all of the positions and was killing this thing to create Shadow Ash, she protested and was told, "You will keep this thing healthy and keep this thing functioning, or we will kill your daughter." It's the last time. Daughter. Your daughter. You also know that your daughter was spotted underneath Gyasi's playhouse as one of the aspiring, aspiring talents, who then very recently was taken to Mikitar by somebody for a internship, if you will, one-on-one sort of, specific training for virtuosic performance.
Judging by what we know about that, it's logical to conclude that Kanebi himself paid somebody to take her in to keep an eye on her.
That's what I think.
Yes, it's quite a. Well, we have done. Well, there is an easier way to find out if this is true. We have done what Gyasi has asked of us.
True.
She should be more willing and forthcoming with information now.
Brokor, it just occurred to me. Do you have something that your daughter cherished?
On me? No.
And you, Nessa, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Nessa, do you know how to use magic?
I'm familiar, yes. I use some of it in my maintaining of this creature. Why?
If you were able to help me make a scroll for you, I can provide you a spell that will locate your daughter.
How can I help you exactly?
I just need the scroll paper and the funds to do it. I'm shy.
I don't have any money.
Shokin, you are.
I'm a prisoner here.
Shokin, you are overthinking this. We have a way of finding her. Gyasi knows who she is with.
Yes, but we may know who she's with, but we don't know the exact location of where she would be. Mekitar is a big place. If I use the spell Pinpoint, I will have the exact location.
At the time of casting, definitely something that should be worth waiting until we return to Mikitar, if she is not at the location that Iyasi says she's going to be.
So we just ignore, tell Gab about what we found?
No, we're going to Scubbard, we're going to tell Gab.
That just seemed more important than to find a girl.
Nissa
It's-
says, debatable.
Quite.
Scobold.
Scubbard, we're trying to establish, like, the bottom points on our to-do list.
Oh, of course, Scorboto, note them down.
Alright, so
Should I
first
file
things
for
first.
divorce, Master Brookwork?
No.
Nissa says, what?
Have a
Did you
beer
get
on the
remarried?
line.
No, I did not. They keep trying to.
He's been loyal to you this entire time.
There are lots of
Has
fan fiction.
Above
Oh,
table!
He has.
Yeah. Yeah, he has.
There was like 3 or 4 times where Winfled had tried to make a move, and I was like, no. And even the dice wanted me to be loyal.
Yeah, all the degrees to which he's engaged with Winfletta have basically been out of like a desire to not break this poor idiot girl's heart.
This poor idiot girl.
It's been more of a nicety than...
Yeah.
Oh, and Nessa, I do owe
Letting her
you
down easy
an
and all that.
apology.
For what?
Almost killed your
Yes.
husband.
Wait, what? When?
She blinks many times.
Oh! No, I remember.
We had presumed that he was hit with a death spell from the Lich. And instead of letting this one, as I look towards Kaltator, reanimate him against his wishes, I was gonna
I'm
burn
sorry.
his body.
The sentence you're looking for there, Shokin, is letting this one obey the law.
I was
Should
gonna
have mentioned
cremate
this
him on the spot.
What was that, Winfletta?
Nothing.
Okay. Missed it, sorry. Well, what's the next step? Nissa is just like, I guess I'm going with you?
You most definitely are.
Was there any doubt?
No, no.
Please get used to be calling Mistress Medulla or Mrs. Umfleta, Nissa.
Shogun's gonna turn to Kaltator, and we're not locking her up.
What?
Oh, the criminal thing.
She is complicit.
Technically.
All right, you all start to leave, and as soon as you get to the chambers where the body of the Lich was left, you notice a lot of very confused dwarves looking at you. The one that you met
Hello.
from before walks up and says, "The fact that you're walking out makes me think that you did what you came to do."
Yeah. We did.
What is that? What did they come to do? A rather dour-looking individual comes walking up with sort of a grayish pallor to his skin. What is
It's
going
lo-
on here?
It is Bloodlord business. We don't have to explain every detail to every citizen of Geb that asks. Enough was
But-
explained to an individual in charge. The business is concluded. Get back to work.
Aye, get back to work. There's a lot of grumbles and a lot of bad blood, but they grudgingly go back to work now that their lunch break is over. Oh,
Now that
she's
we're-
not able to go, by the way. Points at Nissa. She's the expert on the bound one. She has to stay.
She is a key witness in our investigation.
Ugh.
And her presence is going to be required elsewhere for the time being.
You
Don't
bloodlords
worry.
are always so disruptive when you show up.
Generally, when policy is being enacted, it is a little disruptive, yes. But don't worry, I am feeling generous today, seeing as individuals have had a bit of good news amongst those I would consider my peers, and I will see to it that there is a at least temporary replacement to care for the creature down here's health and maintenance.
All right then. Best of luck to the rest of your investigation.
Speaking of disruptive,
Uh-oh.
any chance that as the party's leaving, I could try and double back, slip away, go back to the bound one?
You know how. It's going to require a stealth check. There's a lot of dwarves asking questions. Kautator is, of course, enforcing Bloodlord order. And it seems like for the first time, these are people that will actually, like, respect the position of Bloodlord. So Kautator is absolutely in his element. It would probably require a stealth check for you to double back.
All right, I'm ready to
Against perception DC.
do that. Sneak. Where is it?
The highest in the party is Kautator. Nope, it's not Kautator.
Can I use the Fleta?
At a 43.
She.
No. Well,
yeah, she's gonna
you-
do this alone, I think.
Yeah. When Fleta, go ahead. Oh, by 1! Not even Medulla sees it. Oh, sorry, I gotta reveal this. Ka-chow! 43 was the number.
Damn.
So you just made it. You double
I had to
back
roll high.
into the now quiet chamber. The creature looks at... It still has the gaping hole where one of its eyes used to be, where it transferred that sort of memory to you.
When Flittas knows that she shouldn't be doing this, she's shaking, but she still remembers her initiation into the cult of Nadiri. Nadiri is the patron god of setting the suffering free, whether in life or in death. And while she was homeless on the streets, she was sort of she fell in with the cult then, and her first outing was to a base of operations for Zonkirthenites, where they either set free or killed the prisoners there to end their suffering. She's about to do the same thing again as she ascends the step back to where the creature is, and she'll cast message on it again and say, "Do you want to die? It's the only way for you to get out of this."
You feel a sense of peace in response.
And bare your neck to me. I'll make it quick. As quick as I can. She's gonna
The
cast,
rest... Oh, go ahead. You first.
gonna pull out her ritual dagger, make a sign with it with the dagger downward, and cast Moonlight Ray at the most vulnerable part of the creature that she can see.
All of you walking along the corridors hear the sound of magic discharging, echoing from behind, and then a loud screech followed by silence.
Well, that can't be good.
Nissa turns around and
Pay
says,
no mind.
No, and she starts to run back towards the chamber.
Drokor follows.
I
Capture
What
follows
Is there
along.
a-
blazes was
I'll
that?
follow too.
is
As
there
soon
a
as she
way for me
confirms
to
the creature's dead, she's casting second level invisibility and trying to get out of this situation.
Oh my.
is
how
there a way
how
for me to
duplicitous.
Hayden,
What's
is
that,
there a
Shogun?
way for me to block the path to keep from people running back that way?
Rather large corridors because giants go through them, so tricky. That being said, when Fleta, it will require another stealth check.
I'm
To
willing
remain
to provide,
hidden.
GM.
Huh?
Alright. It's gonna be a +4 then.
Wow.
I need to roll a 9.
Do you have a threshold?
If I roll less than a 9, I'd like to re-roll it.
You're gonna reroll.
Alright.
You in fact rolled a 2.
Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta click that. That's right.
Yep, do the thing. All right. all of you come running into the room to find the bird slumped on the ground and its body is crumbling away to ash. Nissa runs across the floor. No, no, please, no, no. It was the only one that actually had something kind to say to me. And she tries to lift the beak, but it turns to ash in her hands. Medulla, you and you alone notice not only that Wenfleda is missing, but that there is someone invisible trying to rejoin the party.
Okay, I'm for now just going to see what plays out.
Wenfleda, you feel like Medulla has sort of glanced in your direction as she entered the room. Shokin is trying to stand at the door looking for somebody to approach. Nissa goes running. I imagine Brokor runs after her, probably.
Yes.
Kautator.
I can't give a
How do you
fleeting
feel?
look because I'm invisible. But
How does Kautator feel about this turn of events?
Couchtor is incredibly pissed because
I figured.
this is we'd literally just gotten to this point. The creature had just basically been dealt with in a manner that didn't like compromise the defenses of the city of Yaled. And like right after what arguably should have been we'll just deal with this problem later instead of making a big fucking deal about it, it's dead.
Yes, you cannot make any kind of gestures as you are invisible, Wenfleda. So Wenfleda, ball is in your court. What would you do? Medulla is aware of your presence. You are aware that Medulla is aware of your presence.
Oh, I
Okay.
was actually going to. Can I like roll deception to make it so? Or do I
So
care
what?
that when Fleda knows?
That is up to you. I didn't think it was going to harm anything, but if you want to hold it over her head, I suppose we could make a roll about
Well,
it.
I'll describe what I'm doing, and I guess
Okay.
we can go from there. So,
Sounds good.
Kaltator is going to suspect me, obviously. And if I rejoin the party at this point, there's a chance that people could suspect what I did, and things might sort of, especially with the dwarves here, might end up falling on the party's shoulders. And I don't really want that to happen. This is Winfleda's personal crusade. So she's just going to try and extricate from the situation and go back to where the party is staying. She's going to try and leave here quietly.
Just going to leave.
Yeah.
You are able to do so. You
party's
exit, you
blameless.
bypass the dwarves that are also trying to figure out what's going on. And the two factions of dwarves are now screaming at each other for letting outsiders in. And both of them are claiming, of course, this was the will of Geb. And you exit. The tricky bit is going to be the elevator. Are you going to ride it to the top and then send it back down, or...?
I'm curse-bound. I can fly.
Never mind. So, all of you, as Nissa is sobbing, not because she thought that this wasn't the right thing to do, but because of all the people that she's dealt with down here, this was the only creature that had any amount of empathy with her situation.
Actually, I think I would like to investigate the creature's pile of ash.
Okay.
I would just look for any potential clue as to what happened here.
Arcana,
Failed.
nature, occultism, religion, blind.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go look for clues too, even though I'm pretty sure I know what happened.
Go ahead. Thank you, Kautator.
I think I'm gonna double back to the
My threshold
Office?
is if I rolled a 10 or less.
Kautator and Medulla, both of you are able to determine that it was a spell effect that killed this thing. Spell effect from close range, likely with the creature willingly failing the save. But since neither of you critically succeeded, you do not know what spell it was.
I'm
Sure.
gonna I'm gonna double back to the office, and I'm going to tear it apart, looking to see if I can find any indication or notation of where Kinebi could possibly be.
You
Like
find
any.
no reference at all to Kemner.
This is quite aggravating.
How long does your invisibility last? Fleta?
It's second level, so 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay. Well, you would be able to get pretty much all the way out. When you get outside and find yourself emerging into the streets of Yeled, near the Panopticon, you would notice that standing nearby is Gyasi. She seems to be waiting.
I
She has
guess
not
my
seen you.
invisibility is. Oh, has my invisibility faded at this point?
No, I'll say you still have a couple minutes left. I'm letting you decide whether or not to interact with her. She has not seen you.
Yes, I think I will, if for no other reason than on Brokor's behalf. When Fleta, as sort of her invisible voice will sort of, she'll get as close as she can to Gyasi so that she doesn't have to like shout across the street or anything and be suspicious, but she'll get a little bit closer to Gyasi and then say, Gyasi.
She jumps a foot off the ground.
Hello.
Hi. Are you guys done here then?
Yes, I do believe we are about done. Sorry about the invisibility. You know how they feel about the quick in this part of town.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to go. Though, when you see your friends again, I guess tell them to meet me at the playhouse?
Brokor's probably going to be asking after his daughter. We found his wife down there. She's still alive.
That is unexpected. But a deal's a deal. I have the information that he needs.
Thank you for helping him reunite his family.
Yeah, I had
Fine.
purely selfish reasons for doing it, but you're welcome.
I plan to help him as well, even though we can no longer be together.
Aren't you two a... Oh, never mind. Well, I suppose I'll go then. Who knows how long they'll be. I'll
Can't
see you at the playhouse.
But when Fleta just shakes her head at the question as to whether they're an item.
Gyasi will turn and walk away. All the rest of you downstairs. You are aware that it was a powerful magical effect that was cast upon them. It just happened.
Yeah, Castor is going to.
You turn and look. You turn and look. You notice somebody's missing.
Well, Medulla's right here. I saw Shokin getting in the way. Brokor's standing next to his wife. I'm here. Skobold?
Yes, Master.
And that answers that question. Castor is going
What
to
is the
like.
problem, Master?
Someone has killed the pottery source for the wall's defenses. And someone is missing.
Would you like a scoreboard to figure out?
I thought Skullbolt was going to offer to be the battery.
Yes, that. If you can see something that I have missed, Skobold, I would appreciate it.
Oh, scoreboard, I never see anything. You miss to see everything, Master.
Take a look, Skobold. And Kautor has basically like been digging his like claws into his palm like ever since he like came over here to start looking over stuff, and he's like dripping like little bits of blood onto the floor. He is pissed.
I can imagine.
And he's gonna look over at Medulla, and he's going to go. I could only detect that it was done. It was done through a spell, and the creature allowed it to happen. Did you discern anything different, or perhaps a clue as to how this could have happened?
I also I sensed there was a spell, but was unable to detect what spell.
There are two possibilities. One, I think, is more likely than the other, but I would prefer to wait before I make that accusation while we are within more secluded environments. The other is that Kemnebi did something to ensure that even if his plans were discovered here, it would weaken the city regardless. That seems unlikely in my mind, considering what Skovald told me was said in the presence of the creature. Kemnebi strikes me as someone who would have just drained the bird until it crumbled away, gotten the most out of it. But it is a spiteful thing to do.
So, with Nissa finally wiping her tears away, she reaches up and pats Brokor on the shoulder. It's probably.
Sorry, you cut out at the end there.
I said it's probably better this way.
Maybe, but it didn't have to be this way.
As one who has been a prisoner, I genuinely feel this is probably the best result.
While once everybody leaves the chamber with the bird, I'm gonna make my way back in there.
Scoreboard
I'm
is also
go-
reading in the books.
That's fine.
And then where is it?
Try the same check that they did.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Um,
Blind, please. Blind.
It was occultism, correct?
That's to find any of the magic tradition. Shokin, do you have a threshold at which you're going to reroll, or we're just taking it?
I'm at a plus 29. I would say 10 or below.
10 or below. You rolled a 10 or below.